lot of workload on your plate today. We know you can shoulder that and you were prepared for this moment, but how good did it feel to be the go-to guy?
I mean, I don't really look at it like that. I mean, I'm just do whatever I need to do to help the team win. That's how I look at it. Whatever role they need me to play, I mean, I'm willing to do that. So.
For maybe those of us that aren't as on TikTok, you want to walk us through that touchdown celebration?
I mean, it was just basically what you saw. I mean, I just seen it on TikTok like a week ago. I just kept watching it, and I thought it was funny. So.
Just added to the group chat celebrations?
Yeah.
Can you please tell us about Stumble Bum?
So I think they played the Packers a couple weeks ago, and Jordan Love, he fumbled the snap actually, and I don't think they meant to do that, but the same thing happened. I think who's their tight end? Kraft, yeah. He ran the same thing Sam ran. It was the exact same thing, but we just made it like a real play, actually stumbling and stuff. So yeah.
Pulled it off flawlessly, didn't you? I mean,
yeah.
How intricately did that have to work for you guys to be able to get it to go for a touchdown?
I mean, we didn't have to do too much. I mean, me and Jared just had to sell the fake fumble or whatever, and hope the defense would freeze up like they did. So yeah.
How much did you practice that?
Probably 4 times this week. So. Yeah.
So did you need a certain look?
Yeah.
Did you guys have to get a certain look from them for it to be on, or was it on?
I don't know. That's Jared. He be doing the kills, and I don't know. I just know it fall.
You just know when to fall, right?
Yeah.
Good job when they called it. Did you know it was gonna work?
So we called it before in the game, and we killed it.
Okay.
Because I guess it was a certain look, and then we did it again a couple of drives later. I mean, I didn't know if it was gonna work or not. I was hoping.
And you referenced that Packers tape. So did Johnson come to you guys with that tape and it's like, hey, we're gonna pull this off this way, or did one of you guys bring it up?
Ben did.
Yeah.
What's it say about him as a coach and just kind of like a creative mind?
Yeah, he's OD. He's crazy. The stuff he comes up with, every game is just crazy. You don't see really stuff like that unless you college. College be having all the explosive plays and stuff. It's basically, yeah.
Are you ever surprised where he draws inspiration from?
And now I'm not. I mean, I used to be. Now it's just I expect something every week.
Good job. I think 27 touches for you today. This is the season high. How do you post getting the ball that often in a game like this?
It's always fun getting the ball, being able to make plays at different points of the game. So, yeah, I mean, obviously I did great. Receivers did great blocking downfield, and I mean, yeah.
You guys feel like you got your running game back to where you want it to be today?
Yeah, for sure. Could have been a little better, but it was good. Good start.
And then if that's the load that you have to carry every game here, how prepared do you feel to carry this load?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm straight. Yeah.
Is it different when you have that kind of rhythm? I mean, usually with David, you're kind of rotating on and off. Does it feel different when you're out there every series?
Yeah, it did feel kind of weird. I would come out and I'd be like, whose drive is it? He'd be like, it's yours. And then, yeah, it felt different. Yeah, for sure.
You able to catch the end of the Commanders Eagles game?
Oh, yeah, we just seen it. Yeah, we were just watching it at the end.
How much does that do for NFC?
I mean, I don't really know too much about that. I don't know about the seeding. I know we're first seed. That's all I know. And if they lose, it's good for us. So.
Yo, the lies so that you never make it. Hopeless, so it seems. Eyes closed, canvas open wide to embrace your dreams. Sometimes you gotta take a loss just to get the win. Like Lysosin was popping in like oxygen when boxes wet. Focus on the mental, never lose like a smooth instrumental. Better choose on the move in a pinto. Choose what I get to, never lose smooth on the move, but it's simple. Never give up and we running it maybe. We just keep winning, we conquering daily. Envision and pay me, it's never the sway me. Indigenous, maybe we winning is crazy. Your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity. It's your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity. It's your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity. It's your opportunity.
Yeah. Welcome one, welcome all, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Lion Villain Report, and I am your host, Russell Wayne, and I am in the house, and it is the day after Christmas. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to everybody that is out there right now. We're broadcasting live into the Lions Villain Squad Facebook page. Thank you to the Lions Villain Squad Facebook page with their over 60,000 villains right there. And thank you so much for following the villain, because it helps me because they get so excited about the Lions winning the games and stuff like that. Yeah. And we're broadcasting live into the YouTube page, which is at Lions Villain Squad. Yes. And if you're a Detroit Lion fan, type in hell yeah. Give me a hell yeah. Yeah. And most importantly, join the conversation. Oh, we're also broadcasting live into the NFL Huddle Sports Network. Thank you to Joe. Thank you to Bill, the Packer fan, and Mike, the Bear fan, for putting that all together and giving us all of us NFC North over 30 shows on that network right there, and we're lucky enough to be one of them. We are the UDFA of sports podcasting, the Villain Report, going Monday through Saturday at 10 a.m. and then the Main Event Football Show, which you can check out on Monday nights with my co-host right here, who is the guy right here. If you want to partner with the villain and you want to be guilty by association like these guys right there, the Detroit Lions swag at the NFL shop. This show is brought to you by NFL shop, and you can still save up to 25% by scanning that QR code. Thank you to our affiliate marketing partners at NFL shop. And if you want to be guilty by association, you own a business, you live in Michigan, and you're a Detroit Lions fan, you want to partner with the Villain Squad, get a hold of Main Event Mike at 810-620-2167 and find out how you can harness the power of the villain and be guilty by association. And speaking of Main Event Mike, where's Main Event Mike at? Oh, he's Emmy nominated. Main Event Mike, welcome to the program.
Morning, Ross.
Say hello to my little friend.
Hope you had a good Christmas.
I did. We everybody's still alive, and everybody in the family. Yeah, we had a nice Christmas.
I got a nice new chair for my podcasting duties, so it's a nice gift.
I got last year's NFC North It's a Lock shirt that I'm wearing today, just because this is the week, Mike. I know that we're going to be doing the lock picks, but we got a very, very cool lineup of games that means so much. And if the Lions win this game and the Minnesota Vikings lose, the Lions win the North Division and lock up the number 1 seed. So Lions just got to keep taking care of business. And it still may be a showdown. And I started the show not yesterday. We didn't do a Christmas show yesterday, but on PFF Tuesday. And I want the smoke, Mike. I want Minnesota to beat the Packers. I can't find it in my heart to root for the Packers under any circumstances. I don't give a shit about seedings. I know that we are going to have to go through this team to make it to the Super Bowl. And it doesn't really matter if we play them in week 18 or not week 18. I want the smoke. I want the big game, maybe the biggest game in regular season history that I can think of. I can't think of another time where the division title and the number 1 seed were all available in a one winner take all game. I can't remember it.
Not in Detroit Lions history, that's for sure, right? Not since the 50s.
In any history.
Right.
I challenge you. That one of the reasons we come on here right here, you guys can get some information too. Tell me in the comments if you know if that has happened before, where it's 1-2, the 2 top teams in the conference are all that are both in the same division, play in the last game of the season with all the marbles on the table.
Yeah, that actually has happened before. This is what the schedule makers are looking for. This is the outcome they want when they release the schedule in May. And they nailed it. You and I might not have thought Minnesota was going to be this good, but they put Minnesota as the last game on the schedule for a reason. Same thing as last year. I don't think they expected Minnesota to have the struggles they did at quarterback last year as well. So, yeah, this is definitely the matchup that they want. But I'm not with you on this, Russ. I get where you're coming from. You'd like to see Minnesota beat Green Bay and put it all on the table for all the marbles in Week 18. That's the drama, right? That's what everyone wants. Not me. I'm going to have a heart attack, okay? I cannot take it. I'm in the Lions den watching the Lions win by 3 points, watching them kick a field goal to win it at the end, watching Caleb Williams and Matt Eberflus piss away the last 16 seconds of the game to give us a win. I can't take it, okay? No. Let us beat San Francisco. Let the Packers beat the Vikings. We win it all. It's the number 1 seed all in 1 week with 1 week to go, and let's rest some starters. That's where my take is on it. I can't drama anymore.
And I'm not like everybody. I get that. They're not like us. Like, I understand people don't think like me. I want the smoke just because, I hate the Packers more than I want the 1 seed. Because
what? Okay. I respect that.
And that's it. I'm so sick of them doing that thing, and they're probably going to win the game. The Packers are probably going to do us a solid in this game because Minnesota won the game earlier in the season.
In Lambeau, they won. Now they get them at home. So hey,
yeah. So this is a interesting opportunity for Minnesota Viking fan, and that's just it. I went through it. Sarah was in here, and it's like I just like the Minnesota Viking fans better. I've had interactions with Packer fans before. I've had lots of interactions with Minnesota Viking fans, and there's just something about the Green Bay Packer fans that think that they're all entitled. And really, when it comes to winning divisions, the Minnesota Vikings do it more than the Packers did. So it's not like, oh, you just want to root for the Vikings. Well, I just think that your fan base is entitled. I think that your fan base doesn't appreciate their NFC North titles that they have. Oh, we ain't going to have no banners because they doesn't mean anything. It's like they do mean something. They do mean something. If you don't think the rivalries mean something, then you're probably not a college football fan. You're probably, but the thing is that little brown jug, or when Ohio State plays Michigan, or when Michigan plays Michigan State, the records get thrown out the window and the rivalry takes over. And we have a rivalry with the Green Bay Packers. They have the history. They have the one-up on us. They get the on us. And the Vikings, they don't do that as much. There's some of them. They're there in every fan base, those guys. But the Packers take it to a completely different level. They're as bad as Cowboy fans, maybe even worse.
Yeah, and it's understandable. This year has been really eye-opening to see the collective consciousness of some of these fan bases and how they think. Trust me, it is a different dynamic. Bears fans, Lions fans, Vikings fans, Packers, they all have different kinds of mindset. And I think that's, obviously because of what's happened. These other teams have the pelts on the wall, right? They have the accomplishments. Right. Minnesota's been to 4 Super Bowls. There are a lot of kids in Uganda that wear T-shirts that say Vikings Super Bowl champions. Okay, so they've been there. There are no kids in the world wearing shirts like that Super Bowl champions. None. So that mentality, that having been there, having won, it changes their mindset. And Packers fans with this, we don't count division titles. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Well, we'll take it. Okay. Lions fans will take it.
Yeah, for sure. But we will count your 3rd place finishes, Packer fans. So I don't care. You don't care about division titles. That's fine. We'll go ahead and win them. And you can make excuses about how things were in 1967.
It is Prediction Thursday, and this game, Green Bay at Minnesota, far down on our list. So when we go through the predictions, it's going to be palpable just to get to it and kind of break this game down a little bit today when we make our predictions.
All right, let's go in and say hello to everybody. And we got Jay Smooth in the house. We got Davey in the house. Let's see. We got Fred FTP. Fred in the house. Good morning, y'all. Yes, we had great Christmas. Paul Jones in the house. We got Tyler in the house.
Say hello to my little friend.
We got Joseph in the house. And if I say your name twice, that's fine. I'm trying to go down here. Broski Bear is in the house. He should be to starting running back over Montgomery next season. I thought he should have been the starter all season. Oh, I mean, The thing is Gibbs is a dynamic playmaker. I love that call, though. I love that call. I mean, a lot of people would say that because you spent a first round pick on him.
And I
But
think I think there might be a little something more to that too. I mean, you're talking about a coaching staff that's all former players. They've been the incumbent. They've been the guy on the bench, and the new guy gets drafted and comes in and takes their carries and takes their snaps away. So I think that has something to do with it. Montgomery's a veteran who hasn't done anything to lose his starting job.
Right. Charles, Muskegon posse up in the house, man. I want to say hello to my old friend.
Say hello to my little friend.
Lots of gigs in the 90s, and we used to stay at Chuck's house or Rich's house. And the band would stay there, and we'd party all weekend long in Muskegon. And Chuck was part of the Muskegon posse. What's up? Davey's in the house.
You like that?
And then right here is the Detroit Lions swag link right there. If you want to use that link, you can save some money right there. Actually, this one works better right here since that one was in there. If you want to use that link. And right there, at least memes up in the house. Let's see. We got some. Rob Newsom's up in the house. And I'm good either way, but if you're not cheering for the Packers, you're cheering for the Vikings, and I'm not cheering for either. That's a good point. That's a good point. I just hate the Packers a little bit worse, but I definitely understand that mentality. No matter what happens this week, it will be a hard-fought game. Bring it on either way. I agree with Main Event Mike. I want the seed by any means necessary. Yeah, I want the seed by having them come in here and us go, yeah, we got the 1 seed now. That's how I want it. I want to stick my foot on your head and beat you because you're not as good as us, Minnesota. You're not going to beat us. You're not going to beat us in week 18. You're not going to beat us in the playoffs. That's the way I like it. I don't want to scoot around the side. Oh, I'm scared of the Vikings. Oh, I'm so scared of the Vikings, Mike. They keep winning. I don't care. You can beat all these other teams. You ain't beating us. I'm not going to read Steve's comment to Fred. Broski Bear, Joseph, Rob. Okay. Okay. Trollski, ARF, are in the house. Okay, cool. We said hello to everybody. Hello to everybody. Now I can turn it over to Mike so he can get this party started.
That's right, Villains Week 17 Prediction Thursday here on the Villain Report. A game tonight, right here in the NFC North. In Soldier Field, the Seattle Seahawks travel to Chicago, where Chicago is +4. Seattle on the road, not playing well, and they're still a 4-point favorite against the Bears. Man, I keep picking Seattle. They keep burning me. I keep picking Chicago. They keep burning me. Well, one of these teams is going to pan out this week. I guarantee it. I'm going to go ahead and take Seattle. I think Tariq Woolen, the defense has been playing better. I got Seattle, and I'll give up the 4 on the road.
Yeah, I got to agree with you, Mike. I'm watching this Bears team and really just looking at a team that not all of the players, but at least half of the players look like they gave up and they've given up and they're not going that 100%. Seattle's trying to get into the playoffs here. So give me Seattle minus the 4 because, yeah.
That's a good point. They have a lot more to play for than Chicago does. Put your picks in the comments. We see we got a nice battle going on in the comments. We love it. We appreciate you guys. Put your picks in here because we want
Let's get it out there.
We want to hear what you're picking here and give us a reason to change our mind. Next game on the tilt is the Los Angeles Chargers at the New England Patriots +4.5. I got to take the Chargers here all day long. Again, a lot more to play for. They played great in a second half comeback against Denver last week. I think Harbaugh's got some momentum going here, and New England's just in the way.
Yeah, I would love to think that. But I keep on taking Patriots in the points, and they just keep on hanging around like a stinky fart in all of these games. They're not really looking like they're going to win any of these games, but they hang around. So give me New England in the points.
Okay.
The hang around team.
Russ with the stinky fart.
The
All right.
stinky fart pick.
Denver at Cincinnati. -3.5. This is a huge game, folks. Huge. They're one game separate them in the win-loss column. This game is going to be huge. If Cincinnati wins this game, they really improve their chances by like 28% to make the playoff. They started slow. I'm taking Cincinnati at home. I'm laying the 3.5. I don't care. Bo Nix is a rookie. Joe Burrow's playing better than any quarterback in the league right now.
Yeah, I mean, I love it. But we're starting out disagreeing a little bit today. We agree to disagree. We're going to disagree on this one. I like Denver. I really like Bo Nix. He ain't playing like a rookie, and I think he should be Rookie of the Year. I think that he's got that. And Cincinnati, they can score a lot of points, but they're not doing him any favors on the other side of the ball. They're really missing DJ Reader. So give me the Broncos. Give me the 3.5.
Interesting. And I love the call about Bo Nix. In my opinion, I think he's runner-up to Jaden Daniels, but I love the call. Next up, Arizona at the Los Angeles Rams. This is an NFC West that the scheduler makers were hoping this might be have some playoff implications, but it doesn't for the Arizona Cardinals since they have been mathematically eliminated. The Rams are at home fighting for their life. Kyler Murray was seen physically sobbing on the sideline last week. I think this guy's not in the right headspace to go into the Rams and beat a red-hot Rams team. I hate the 7 points in a division game, but I'm going to go ahead and take the Rams.
Oh, man. This is a division game, Mike.
Yep.
Haven't we learned anything right here? And I'm going to go against you just on morals. I'm going to take Arizona and a 6.5 points because even if they win, the Rams win, they can
it's 6.5.
maybe not cover it.
I have 7 on mine. That line has gone down in the last 2 hours from 7 to 6.5. We're both using DraftKings, and I just checked that 2 hours ago and made my notes, so I know that that line has changed just in the last couple hours.
Money on Arizona. So does that change your pick?
It does not, because I like the Rams, and I've got to give up less points than I did 5 minutes ago. So, yeah, I'm still taking the Rams.
Yeah, and I'm going to put up Trollski's comment right here because that's not a troll right here. But Crybaby Murphy is not physically short, but he's mental midget as well. That could play into it. I mean, when you've given up, when your team's given up, that's danger water, right? I mean, especially when it comes to professional sports, because these guys will dump truck your team. They don't care. I don't care if you're going through something.
I think Broski's comment there has some validity to it, though his delivery is terrible. I think that Kyler Murray, I mean, even we saw these things about them having to put things in his contract that he'll study and stop playing Fortnite and all this other stuff. I mean, it speaks to his maturity. As Broski says, a mental midget. This is one thing we don't have to worry about with Jared Goff. We know between the ears he's completely solid, and we know that he's tough as nails and ice water in his veins when it comes down to it. You don't know that about Kyler Murray. We do know that about the opposing quarterback, Matt Stafford. That's why I'm taking the Rams.
Could you imagine?
Go ahead.
Can you imagine being the owner of a football team, right? And then being like, I have to pay my quarterback $50 million a year. We might want to put a Fortnite clause in there. I mean, I couldn't even imagine. Like, you don't work for me. You just don't work for. If I got to put a clause in your contract to stop you from freaking playing video games, I ain't paying you $50 million.
Right. And then I think that's Broski's point there. Just put a little better. Okay, New York Jets at the Buffalo Bills -8.5. It's going to be a beautiful day in Buffalo on Sunday for Aaron Rodgers and company, who, by the way, has mysteriously has a knee injury and may not play this week. I'm taking Buffalo to truck stick this division opponent. I'm going to go ahead and take the Buffalo Bills easily.
Man, this is like I'm teetering here, Mike. It's like I'm going no.
Take the Jets.
No.
Take the Jets.
You want me to take the
Take
Jets?
'em.
But I
Go
know
ahead.
every time I take Jets into points because of my morals, Josh Allen has 7,000 yards passing and destroys the other team. I am going to go against my grain right here. I'm going to rub the sandpaper right on my back with this pick. I'm going to take the Buffalo Bills and minus the 8.5. I can't. I don't know if it's I trust Josh Allen too much or I distrust the Jets.
Right. Well, now by virtue of the win yesterday, the Chiefs have locked up the number 1 seed in the AFC. So Buffalo not allowed to play here. I mean, they're a shoe-in for the 2 spot. So this one bugs me in that regard. But shit, the Jets are imploding. I mean, it's over for the Jets.
Yep. I don't feel so bad taking the points because that's that thing. You can't when you give up on the end of your season. These are professional football players. They take advantage of that, dude. Especially any player, right, that they're going to go right at them.
Right. Joe in the comments says Jets are a dumpster fire. Look, they're going to be a dumpster fire until next year when they get their new coach, Aaron Glenn.
Oh, you like that call, huh?
You like that?
Glenn to the Jets.
He's a former first-round pick of the Jets. He's a Jets legend. He's already expressed interest in the job. He's a perfect fit for Aaron Glenn. They have a great defense, and put his mind, if he gets him a good offensive coordinator and a quarterback, they could be dangerous. But I think the Jets would be patient enough with a guy like Aaron Glenn, who's a former player and known very well in the building. So next game on the docket is one that the scheduler makers would hope would have the implications like this Green Bay, Minnesota game, but Dallas sucks. So that's not going to happen. It's the Cowboys at the Eagles, minus 8.5. The Eagles got to have this one to stay alive in their NFC number 1 bid for the number 1 seed. They do have a path. If the Lions lose and the Vikings lose today, and then the Vikings win in week 18 and Philadelphia wins out, they will be the number 1 seed. So no doubt in my mind, Dallas playing better. Cooper Rush bringing them back. They ripped off a couple of wins, got a couple of home wins, but this one's on the road. Philadelphia hates Dallas with a passion. They're going to punk them out and rub their face in the sand and cover by more than 10 in this game.
Man, it's all these points. Could I dare take points like this in division games twice in a row? Gosh, man. I don't know. Philadelphia just has a feeling is going to play this game close. I got to take the Dallas Cowboys and the points. It's like 8.5. 8.5.
I know 8.5.
That's like I can beat you by more than that. That's more than that's a 2-score game. Even though it only says 8.5, we need to really think about this. That half a point takes it from a 1-score game to a 2-score game. So they think that Dallas is going to lose this game going away, but get it into that 1-score threshold. And I think that they're going to do that.
Right. And the Cowboys can't stop the run. They cannot stop the run this year. So Saquon should be able to run all over them. But I will give you some reassurance for your pick, though, Russ. Last week, Philadelphia Eagles lose a heartbreaker to Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders. And the Philadelphia Eagles, we saw last year, this team up and down the rosters, the best in the league. Okay, right there with San Francisco. When you look 2 through 53, they're one of the best teams in the league, for sure. It's the mental part where Philadelphia has trouble. We saw them collapse last year. Could this loss to Jaden Daniels last week be the catalyst that starts them on that downward turn? If they lose this game to the Cowboys, I think Philly might be in trouble in the playoffs based on the makeup of their team, right? Like what Dan Campbell always talks about. Where Philadelphia is weak is the maturity. Look, we saw what Chauncey Gardner-Johnson got ejected from the game last week. We know Jalen Carter's a head case. We know they've got these issues between the ears on that team. And all it takes is for a downward spiral, a slippery slope to get started, and this team could slide right out of control. So I don't hate the pick. Plus, you're getting 8.5 points.
Yeah, I like talking about this game right here. These Dallas Cowboys. This is such a trap game for the Eagles because when the Lions lose a game, they haven't lost 2 games in a row since 2022. And you can just feel that he's got these guys mentally, like when you lose, these guys get locked in the next week and really play a hard game. It's going to be hard to beat this team twice. Now, Philadelphia is the opposite of that. This team's been rolling. Now we're going to see how you respond to a loss to a team that has nothing to play for. And the only thing they have to play for right now is punking your season. Philadelphia Eagles. The only thing they have going for them, their Super Bowl, their whole existence can be just based around ruining your chances at the number 1 seed. So be careful, Viking fan, or be careful, Eagle fan. Be careful, Viking fan. Tell me that's the next. Oh shit! I wish it was the next one.
No, we got a few more to go before we get to that one. Put in the comments. We want to hear what you're saying. You're watching the Villain Report right here on the Villain Squad Network. Put your comments in. This is an interactive show, folks. We want to hear what you got to say. Thanks to everyone who is putting their picks in the comments. Next.
Oh, they're killing it in there. They're good.
Next game on the docket is the Carolina Panthers at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is a division game. The Bucs are at home, -7.5. They are trying to hold off the Eagles. Should be real easy for them to do. Dave Canales going back to Tampa. This one, the Bucs should win this going away, but I'm not that bright, and I'm going to go ahead and take the Carolina Panthers because I don't like that 7.5 points. Carolina's playing the best football they played all year. Main event Mike running with the Panthers.
Oh, wow. I love it, Mike. I love that you're going here with me on the points right here. Now, this is probably my front runner so far for my lock pick to take the Carolina Panthers and the 7.5 points. I'm going to tell you why. Bryce Young is making that Bears trade with DJ Moore. I mean, we're going to have a different conversation, I think, over the next couple of years about what Bryce Young is doing right now. Bryce Young is looking like a number 1 overall pick, maybe. Looking like he might be putting it together. And Tampa Bay is going to run into this team. And I don't think that they're going to cover. I think that Carolina is going to win the game. So Give me Carolina. Give me the 7.5 points. I'll take the bonus points.
Wow, you can see Russ Wayne says bet the money line at +310 and take Carolina on the road in a division game. This is a good one. I mean, so Carolina to start winning at the end of the season and ruin their draft pick. Next, Indiana. Indianapolis. You like that? At the Giants. And this is what we've been talking about for the last 4 weeks. How the Colts have a chance to make the playoffs because their schedule was so soft down the stretch. They lost the crucial game to Denver, but they did win last week. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Colts because who the hell can bet on the Giants?
Who's the quarterback in New York right now? Oh, God. We don't even know. We don't even know who the quarterback is. Is it Danny DeVito? I don't know. Oh, the New York Giants are a dumpster fire, man. I'm going to take the Colts -7. It's going to be a big Anthony Richardson game. He's going to flex his muscles a little bit in this game, and they're going to go, ooh, look at Anthony Richardson and his skills. And, it's the Giants. Calm down.
Right. All right. Well, it's 7.5, by the way, not 7. So you're running with Indy as well?
I'm going to run with Indy. I'm going to take the Anthony Richardsons.
All right. The AR-12s. AR-15? I don't remember what his number is. Anyway, Las Vegas at New Orleans. The Derek Carr revenge game, but he'll be on the bench. Las Vegas at New Orleans. New Orleans got truck sticked in Lambeau Field last week by the Packers. I got to go with the Raiders here. I think New Orleans is looking for a quarterback in the draft, and they aren't going to win this game. Both these teams looking for a quarterback in this draft.
Oh my gosh, Mike! Are you telling me that you don't believe in Spencer Rattler?
No, where's Jeremy B? Where is Jeremy B, who said Spencer Rattler would be the best quarterback in this
No, that
class?
was Steve. That was Steve.
Was this Steve? Yeah.
I think Steve. Steve's in here. He's still backing up his boy.
He did say Spencer Rattler would be the best quarterback in this draft.
He said that, and I was watching that game last week, and I saw Spencer Rattler throw that jump pass. I was like, ooh, why the hell did you do a jump pass? Why didn't you just throw the ball? Like, so Spencer Rattler against O'Connell?
No, Desmond Ridder.
Desmond? Ooh, we're talking about
It's my quarterback.
versus.
It's my quarterback.
Oh, you're talking Desmond Ridder versus Spencer Rattler. Oh my gosh. If John Lovitz was here, he'd say, what a contest that would be. I'm so excited over Spencer Rattler versus.
I've never heard a John Lovitz impression. I like it.
Yeah, Spencer Rattler versus John Lovitz. I can go in there and quarterback better than that bum.
It's called acting.
Oh, Rattler's on the wrong team. I will give you that. I will give you that because future head coach Aaron Glenn's probably going to be the head coach of the New Orleans Saints. Oh, okay. There we go. All right. The Raiders. All right.
You got the Raiders?
Give me the Raiders minus the points. Whenever I got two crappy teams, you know how I do. It's only 1.5.
So, well, one little caveat there is the injury to Aiden Connell was a thumb, and he's questionable. He might actually start. We won't see Des Ridder. So, both of us taking the Raiders at the Saints.
The Raiders.
Next game on the docket, the Tennessee Titans at Jacksonville, the Who Cares Bowl. Division basement dwellers, the Battle of the Basement. That sounds better. The Battle of the Basement.
The Battle of the Basement.
Tennessee at Jacksonville. You like that? I don't know, Russ. You're going to have to pick this one first.
Oh, this is easy. See, you got the Titans, the dumpster fire Titans versus the dumpster fire Jacksonville Jaguars. And whenever you have dumpster fire versus dumpster fire, you just take the point. Give me the Titans.
I think I like that. I think I like Will Levis better than Mac Jones, so I like that. For me,
It's my quarterback.
Tennessee is heads and Jacksonville is tails, and it's a tail, so I'll go with Jacksonville.
Jacksonville. Yeah, I mean, we're talking about some high quality beef right here. We're talking about quarterback matchup. You're telling me we get Spencer Rattler versus O'Connell, and Mac Jones versus Will Levis in the same week? That's crazy.
You like that? Right.
Nuts. Oh no! Are you talking 3 in a row? Look at this. If Tua goes out with a concussion, we might be able to get a.
The Miami Dolphins, coming off a big victory last week, their playoff hopes are flickering very faintly. They are still alive. They need to win this game at Cleveland, which they might do, but they won't do it by more than 6.5 because it will be cold in Cleveland. Miami sucks in the cold. Tua sucks in the cold. I'm taking the Browns plus 6.5 and that stellar juggernaut known as Jameis Winston.
Oh my gosh. So you got Miami fighting for the playoff life right here. I think this is going to be a Tyreek Hill. He's going to go off in this game right here. You're going to see a couple long touchdowns, and Jalen Waddle. I think they're going to get it together right here, and they're going to pound the Cleveland Browns. I just can't ever bet on the Cleveland Browns. Give me the Dolphins. I'll minus the 6.5 with Tua Tagovailoa and se necesito una poco de gracia. However the hell you say that name.
you just ripped a lyric from La Bamba. I love that.
I can't believe that you grabbed
Una
that.
poca de gracia.
Yeah.
All right, here it is, the one you've all been waiting for. War Week in the NFC North. Green Bay Packers travel to US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis to take on the Gulp 13-2 Minnesota Vikings. Explain to me for a minute, why are the Minnesota Vikings +1 in their own building at 13-2? Can anybody explain this to me? I'm going to go ahead and take the Minnesota Vikings because they are getting a point at home. I'm taking the home team. This should be the other way around. It should be Green Bay +1.
Well. I think that they have. I'll tell you exactly why it is, and it's a really, really simple answer, and you really, really get it once I give it to you. Green Bay has a lot of Homer fans, and they're all over the world right now. And in this game, they all put their money on the Green. A whole bunch of money went on to the Green Bay Packers. And now they're -1. They should be +1, but they put so much of their dumb money on themselves that they moved the line. But I'm still going to take the Packers -1. And that's going to be my head not matching my heart. My heart wants the smoke. My head tells me that's stupid, Russ. So you need to take the Packers to win this game so you can lock up your 1 seed.
Right. And honestly, in my gut, I feel like the Packers are the hottest team in the NFL right now. No one wants to play the Packers, especially after that defensive showing they had against the Saints. They shut them out, put up 34. Green Bay's clicking right now. There is no team I want to see least right now than the Green Bay Packers if I'm any team in the NFL. So I like it. But Minnesota, it just goes to show you how disrespected the Vikings have been at 13-2. Vegas here in their own building, 13-2, and they're underdogs to a team in third place. So yeah, I don't get that. Anyway, that's a good one. Put it in. Looks like you want to do a rundown of your comments here. Take a look.
We're looking at a lot of the pack. Let's get in here.
Well, we only have one more game. Let's pick one more game, and then we'll do a rundown. Right? We got one more game to pick. What do you think?
Well, this is the more important game.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah, we got lots of go Pack go love in there. Davey saying Packers, Henry saying Packers. Of course, Steve is saying Packers. We got J Mommy with the pack. Ooh, Harpazzo. Brent says that the pack isn't hungry enough. Man. I think, Packers by 3, flipping a coin. Vikings are a better team. Okay. Rob says Vikings win because the NFL wants the final game to matter. I'll take the refs.
That's a good call.
Ooh.
Good take.
Packers win 27-24. Green Bay. Yeah, we got most everybody's. Yeah, you're right. Most everybody is on the Packer train.
Not the central scrutinizer.
But we got to cut. Yeah, Donald Schwarzenegger. How dare you disrespect Sam Donald Schwarzenegger? How many times do we need to keep on winning to prove it to you? We even beat the Packers already. How dare you bet against Sam Donald? I'm going to throw touchdown passes to Justin Jefferson and TJ Hawkinson.
Gonna get him to the chopper.
Get to the chopper. Come on. Oh, my gosh. Let's pick this last game before they shut our stream down.
Last game. Atlanta Falcons at the Washington Commanders -4. Michael Penix wins his debut rookie start as a QB, and that was impressive. But Washington's a hungry team. Dan Quinn's got him playing good. 4 points just isn't enough. Give me the Commanders.
Wow. Michael Penix. It almost like they planned it this way, Mike. Like they wanted to trot out, Stone can't move as much Kirk Cousins out there for half of the season because they didn't want to show what they had in Penix. And then they bring out Penix right here with Bijan Robinson and all these playmakers, and maybe that was the keys. So I'm going to go against you on this one. I think I've been going with the Atlanta Falcons all year. This has been kind of like my little darling team since before, when we did the top 11s. They had all those guys. They had so many good young players. They're fighting for a playoff spot because they need to win their division, it looks like. Mm-hmm. So give me the Falcons and the 4 points.
It's supposed to be bitter cold in Washington, too. So I don't know. Penix might shrivel in the cold. I didn't say it. I did not say it. I said Penix might shrivel in the cold.
What have you done for me lately?
Oh, that wasn't the right one. Thanks, Janet.
But they are who we thought they were.
And there it goes. That's your picks. Now it's time for our lock picks. That's our predictions right here on the Villain Squad. Now it's time for our lock picks. Russ, you got a lock pick lined up?
I had that right there. I'm sticking with it. Carolina. I'm taking the 7.5 points right there. Carolina. Now, I'm not going to lock it in for them to win the game, but I think that this team, it would be so poetic if it ends up being the way I think it's going to be. Is I think Carolina is going to win this game, and I think Atlanta is going to win that game. And there's going to be a dogfight in that final week to see who's going to win that division.
Right.
And the other one's going to sit at home.
My lock pick is going to be the Indianapolis Colts at the New York Giants. I'm going to go ahead and take Colts. Jonathan Taylor's been running wild lately. And I think they want to finish the season strong. Colts have a chance to make the playoffs. They need to win this game. They can come out and beat them soundly. That'll give them a lot of momentum going into the last week. So I got the Colts as my lock pick. Russ has the Carolina Panthers as his lock pick. As always, thanks for having me. I'll be back on Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern time for the main event football show. And we will then, at that time, make our predictions for Detroit at San Francisco. Right now, the line is Niners plus 3.5. Everybody have a great day. I'm Main Event Mike. Peace out.
There he is. That's Main Event Mike from the Main Event Football Show. Every Monday night at 7 p.m., you can join him. And he also joins me here on Monday mornings to go over the review of the week. And then, of course, every Thursday for the lock picks. So thank you, Main Event Mike. It's all good. Glad to see it. Thank you for participating in the lock picks. Gotta get it all back in here. There you go. Gotta lock on the Lions. Yeah, we don't gotta pick that pick till Monday night. Till Monday. We're gonna pick that one, but I think the Lions are gonna jump truck the San Francisco 49ers. Here's a team that has a couple guys in San Francisco that they're not playing with the intensity. I don't even know if they want to play spoiler. You know, because they did that last year. They know they did us dirty. The Lions need to avenge that game. And I think that that's important to them. So I think the Lions are going to take care of business on Monday night, regardless of what happens. Nobody's really talking about the scenario that what if the Lions and the Vikings lose and do open up that door for the Philadelphia Eagles to sneak in there. I mean, Minnesota's on such a streak right now that if you're a Viking fan, it's almost like you almost want to lose before you almost want to get that loss out of the way so you can build yourself some momentum going into the playoffs. Because, you know, you're going to take a nice long streak into the playoffs. I mean, that's cool. That's cool, having a nice long streak. Who's going to beat this team? But it also gives the other team more motivation. But it's a revenge game. It sure is. What if the Vikings and Green Bay tie? Interesting. Interesting. But that's not going to happen. The Vikings and Green Bay. I mean, I do believe that Green Bay is going to win that game. And it's just hard to sweep teams. It's hard to sweep a team. And that's why when you talk about who do you want to face in the playoffs, it's like, I mean, honestly, if the Lions could avoid all of the NFC North teams, that would be cool, because it's hard to beat teams that many times. You know, if you go play Green Bay, it's hard to beat a team 3 times in a season. So, but the Lions don't really care about those kind of things. You know, there's a tenacity with the Lions right now. These guys are very, very, very hungry, and I don't think that the Lions are going to go down without a fight. I don't think that somebody's going to catch us and like beat us up in the playoffs. We're too sound. We're too sound of a team. We're too balanced. If you try to beat us this way, we can zag. If you zig, we can zag. And I think that we're the best at that too. At run pass. But Green Bay's right there. They got a good team. They got good skill players. They got a good running back in Josh Jacobs. And Minnesota too. Minnesota's tough. They got a good coached defense by Brian Flores. You know, you got Aaron Jones and a good offensive line. They've even done well without Darisaw. Lions have found a way to win all season long with all of it. I mean, there's so many players they have out. To me, I'm just floating on it, because for me to say they can't win without their best players is dumb. Because they've been winning without their best players, and now some of their best players are coming back. So not all their best players, but you know, Lions are starting to get strong at the right time. You know, the Green Bay Packers just got their cornerback back. You know, they're getting healthy at the right time. You want to be playing your best football going into the playoffs.
Playoffs?
Yeah, the playoffs. And I believe that the NFC North teams are playing the best football right now. You could put Philadelphia on there too. I mean, dare I say that the NFC looks stronger than the AFC? Maybe. I mean, definitely on paper, especially the NFC North. Corey Patterson says Josh Jacobs, no surprise. He did this with Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs is a good running back. Been a while since Green Bay's had a running game like that. And the less they put on Jordan Love, the better off they are. I mean, if you've fallen back on Jordan Love's skills because you're running the ball well, that's the type of game Green Bay wants to play. They want to run the football and just let Jordan Love throw bombs to Christian Watson. That's what they want to do. Green Bay football is called Josh Jacobs. I'm going to hit you with the Josh Jacobs jabs all day long. Pow, 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 pow. Getting explosive, running it, and taking shots. Making people pay for keeping safeties out of there. And the Lions can do that too. Gibbs gets a chance to prove that he's the best running back in the NFL. Because that backfield has been split all season long. I love David Montgomery. He's awesome, man. I mean, you talk about somebody that can pound the rock, that doesn't give up on a play. Hard to bring down. Love having David Montgomery out there. Who wouldn't? But now that he's not out there, and it's like you're going to give the Lions' share of the touches to Jahmyr Gibbs, that's what you get, you know? He ain't just a scat back. You run him in between the tackles, you saw what happened. So you're going to give him more touches. You're going to let him grow into that full-time back role. And they don't even need to make him the full-time back. In the last game, you had Craig Reynolds and you had Sion Vaki taking carries, couple carries, not too much. You don't have to spell Gibbs all that much. But you got two guys. Craig Reynolds averaged over 4 yards a carry. Four yards a carry. That's, I mean, and playing in that David Montgomery role. What they did is they took that David Montgomery role and they said, here's some Craig Reynolds. Here's some Sion Vaki. Here's a couple extra touches for Gibbs. And it wasn't like an overwhelming thing, you know? He had 20 carries. So, yeah, I love it. Montgomery was in protection better by a little bit. I don't know, that the offense looked like it ran pretty smooth last week with Gibbs back there. Craig Reynolds is awesome in protection. I mean, what Craig lacks in the running department, he makes up in pass protection. Craig Reynolds might be a better pass protection guy than Montgomery. And that's saying that because Montgomery is really good in pass protection. But Craig Reynolds is really good in pass protection too. I think the Craig Reynolds claim to fame is an awesome claim to fame, which is destroying people on blocks and springing touchdowns. Tampa Bay should remember that one real good. So Craig Reynolds is more than capable. I'm not saying I love me some David Montgomery, but we got guys. That was one of the strongest rooms that we had. Jamar Jefferson's good. And by the way, with this offensive line, I think that the central scrutinizer could average 4 yards a carry. Hit the hole and run until you run into somebody, and you're still going to get 4 yards because they're going to open the hole. So most of the run game comes from our offensive line. They open up them holes. They do their job. And I dig that. But you've been watching right here. This is the Lion Villain Report. You can join me Monday through Saturday. And if Christopher Walken was here, he'd say, the Villain Report. It's a good show. You should watch it. 10 a.m. in the mornings. Could be good for your life. It could be good for you. It could be good for you. Thank you to the Villain Squad Facebook page with over 60,000. From 60,000 to 70,000, brought to you by Leon Phelps, and we're gonna have a party. We're gonna have a party going all the way to the Super Bowl, and Leon Phelps, and they got a nice warm bottle of Cavaquier and a couple of lady friends, and they get so excited the way the Lions be winning. Yeah. So, yeah, what is a Packer exactly? Oh, hell yeah! Thank you to the NFL on Huddle Sports Network on Roku. Thank you to JC Sports and Joe Chap and the Detroit Lions News Podcast. We're the UDFA of sports podcasting, liking, commenting, and sharing. This episode of the Villain Report is brought to you by NFL Shop. Get your Detroit Lions swag by scanning the QR code. Get up to 25% off from our affiliate marketing partner at NFL Shop. Thank you for joining me today on the Lion Villain Report. It's faith, family, and then football, in that order. We use football to create memories, spend time with our families. We don't let football use us. Thank you, everybody, for joining me today. I'm going to take off. And I'm going to be back tomorrow. And tomorrow's going to be like the Hump Day preview. I'm going to go ahead and do it right there. Obviously, we didn't do the Hump Day preview on Christmas. So we're going to go ahead and do that tomorrow. So God bless you guys. Hope you guys had a great Christmas. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. However you want to say that. It's faith, family, and then football. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord shine his face upon you until we meet again in Jesus' name. Amen. God bless you guys. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
Yo, the lies so that you never make it. Hopeless, so it seems. Eyes closed, hands open wide to embrace your dreams. Sometimes you gotta take a loss just to get the win. Like lots of sin was popping in like oxygen when boxes wet. Focus on the mental, never lose like a smooth instrumental. Better choose on the move in a pinto. Choose what I get to, never lose smooth on the move, but it's simple. Never give up and we running it, maybe. We just keep winning, we conquering daily. Envision that pay me, it's never the sway me. Indigenous, maybe we winning this crazy. Your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, it's your opportunity.